Each year, June 12th is recognized by the International Labour Organization, the ILO, and its partners worldwide as World Day Against Child Labour. This year's theme is Let's Act on Our Commitment, End Child Labour. In Jamaica, the ILO Child Labour Risk Model Analysis has signaled that 54,348 of our children are at risk of child labour. This ILO model of estimating the risk of child labour has been applied in several countries, and Jamaica is the first country within the Caribbean to have piloted this model. In fact, we were able to classify parishes and communities by risk model and assess our risk as a country. And let me make the distinction between child work and child labour. Quite simply, child work is supported and includes normal chores and parent-supervised learning activities. Child labour, on the other hand, is work that involves children under the age of 18 years that prevents the child's full engagement in education, exposes the child to hazardous conditions, or denies the child of normal childhood activities and development. And it is so classified whether or not the child derives economic benefit. In 2016, the STATIN Youth Activity Survey revealed that an estimated 38,000 children are involved in child labour here in Jamaica, and almost half of those children were engaged in the worst forms of child labour, in the sex trade, child prostitution, various forms of hazardous work, and illegal activities. So, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security continues our multi-stakeholder initiatives from several government agencies, civil society partners, and international organizations. The ILO and the Child Care and Protection Agency have also assisted in attacking this problem through its Street and Working Children Survey, as well as the work of the Office of the Children's Advocate. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security, through the National Steering Committee Against Child Labour, has successfully established standard operating procedures that have successfully identified, investigated, and provided support to victims of child labour. Additionally, with the support of the U.S. Department of Labour, Jamaica is advanced in developing the list of light and hazardous work for which children between the ages of 16 to 17 years can be engaged for internships, holiday periods, or in other instances that will not prevent the full participation of the child in their education. Last year, the ILO Regional Initiative for the Elimination of Child Labour through the Brazil South-South program provided technical support by training 40 of our labour officers and social workers. They are now equipped with the skill sets to identify suspected cases of child labour directed through the ministry's General Labour Inspection Services. And since last June, over 2,000 new community-level volunteers, educators, parents, and students have been directly sensitized on strategies to eliminate child labour in their communities. Today, we are hosting child labour sensitization sessions in 4 parishes that present us high to medium risk for exposure to child labour for our children: Portland, St. Thomas, St. Elizabeth, and St. James. Justices of the peace, teachers, parents, religious leaders, civil society group members, and children, we must arm ourselves with information if we are to effect change. I urge you, participate in the sensitization sessions, assist us in identifying areas of vulnerability, and, importantly, report suspected cases of child labour using our hotline, the helpline 211. Child labour represents not just an injustice to a child, it is an obstacle to our progress as a society. it blights our children's future and robs them of their opportunities for education. And this usually perpetuates in families from one generation to the next. I implore you to raise your voice and join us as Jamaica says no to child labor in all its forms. Play your part and let's act on our commitment. End child labor in Jamaica. Help us to protect our precious children. God bless our children and God bless Jamaica land we love. One love.